probably making the Olympic team. It's something I set out to do in 1996 when I saw the games in Atlanta, and so far that's the biggest accomplishment. The next one, I want to be a medal. The hardest one, definitely for me, was when I got back from the Olympic Games. I was completely broke, so I ended up selling my uniform, the medal stand uniform, like most of my memorabilia to try to raise money to continue training. So that was one. The USA compares very poorly. Worldwide, when you become an elite athlete, you have your national governing bodies. So for us, it's USA Track and Field. For the U.S., it's USA Weightlifting, I believe. All the Olympic sports have a body that has a certain amount of funding that they give to the athletes, and then also other countries have the government pays their athletes. So, we're up against fully funded athletes, but their only job is to be the best, and they have the support of their entire country. And we have, I know fellow throwers who, are some of the top throwers in the world on unemployment right now, or, on government aid because they can't pay for things. So in that aspect, the U.S. does a very, poor job of taking care of us. And it's a weird debate because, on one end, you see the other countries fully funding their athletes. They want for nothing. They have traveling masseuse, and we're putting ice and tape on things that are falling off. And on the other end, we're also in the economies. Right? There's a lot of things. I mean, sponsorship is one. There's really, and I'm sure any of the sports where women step out of the role of society, there's not a lot of sponsorship money. I mean, you look at women's beach volleyball, they shrink the uniform and add cheerleaders, and all of a sudden the ratings go through the roof. So for some of us, it's really hard getting the attention, getting the sponsorship that, we feel that we deserve because we work just as hard. Oh my God, he's killing us right now. Well, it's at this level, it really is full-time training. Like I'm actually calling you from the track. We do our throwing technical work in the morning, and for me, that's anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours of throwing heavy balls around, and then John, a typical week on a heavy day, will be in the weight room. 4.5 hours, and on a light one will be 2.5 hours. 90% my personality. I am kind of silly. I love having fun, and I love being powerful and strong, but I like how it works out being a girl, too, so this is me. I'm going to beat you, and I'm going to look really good doing it. So. Yeah, I actually got an award for the best tackler on the team.
Nice. Well, what position did you play?
I would lie and say center, but actually offensive and defensive line. In junior high, you play all the positions. So.
Nice. Nice.
I actually tried out for the cheerleading. I tried out for the cheerleading team and didn't make it. So, what better way than
there you go. Around. Shove it in my face by playing on the football team. There you go. Yeah.